Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? Today is Wednesday, May the 6th. My son-in-law is going to turn 40 on May 8th. We're both Taurus, but he's a lot smarter than I am. A lot. He's a PhD. He's a brilliant, brilliant guy. But he's a stick in the mud like me too, though I have to say, just a little bit. He's probably a little more social than I am, but he's a good guy. He's a really nice guy. I love him so much. All right, I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. I have my windows open. Today is absolutely gorgeous. When I got up this morning, it was it was in the 60s and it was chilly willy. All the windows were open. I had my skimpy little nightgown on. I went and made my coffee. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, y'all. And I had to get on my flannel pajamas because I was cold. I was so cold. I do not know why I wake up so early, but I'm like, I'm ready to get up. So I just get up, you know? And of course, by the time 8:30 came, I was like passing out. I took a little snooze in my chair this morning. I just fell asleep sitting straight up, you know? I took about a 30-minute nap, I think. I even started dreaming. I had a dream while I was there about my friend. My friend just lost her mother. God bless her soul. She went through a long illness and she just lost her mother. And she's heavily on my mind. I'm thinking about her all the time. I could not attend her funeral. It's about 4 hours away from me. I could have drove there, but because of my husband being ill, I don't want to, you know, go out and mingle with people and bring home any illness to him. So because he couldn't go through that. So I wasn't able to attend. But I think about her every moment of the day. I love you, Lori. I know she's watching. I love you so much. So I just want her to know that. God bless your mama. God bless her. She was a wonderful lady, y'all. She had a good mama. She was a lucky lady. She had a beautiful mother. She was wonderful. Okay, so you guys were good enough to give me some questions that I can, meditate on and get some answers. And I've been doing that too. So I've been looking at all the questions that y'all gave me. I'm probably not going to get through a whole lot of them, but I will try every day to go through some, okay? And some people ask me things like, uh, what was it? They're asking me about slimming down. How can we slim down? How can we lose weight? I wish I had the answer to that right now. I wouldn't be as fat as I am if I could just only, you know, adhere to any kind of diet or anything. But what I get from spirit is this, okay? Changing your focus. I know that sounds really simple, uh, but that's what spirit's showing me. Change your focus. Don't focus on what you're going to have for dinner, what delicious meal. I mean, I know we're all bored. What are we doing? We're looking on the internet and we're seeing all this food and all these recipes on Facebook and everything. I want to try this. I want to make this cake, that. I'm seeing it too, but they're telling me don't focus on what you can prepare, what kind of meal you can prepare. Focus on something else. And they're showing me your pets. They're showing me, like, if you have a dog, focus on your dog. Your dog would love to go for a walk in the mornings and in the evenings, twice a day. That would be great exercise for you, and your dog would love you so much more. They're telling me. What else? They're okay. I'm seeing doing gardening. I'm seeing gardening and planting your own vegetables. Plant vegetables that you would love to eat, to grow. I plant eggplant every year, Japanese eggplant, because it's hard to find. It's not in my grocery store. If I want Japanese eggplant, I have to go to a specialty store. That's the long, skinny ones, They have such good flavor and they cost a little more and they're a little harder to find. So I plant that because I'm like, oh, I've got my eggplant, Plant something that is a little more expensive or something that you're not always able to get. So it'll give you a lot of joy doing that. And then of course, when you plant a garden, or even if you tend your garden, even if you plant roses or, whatever you intend to plant, you have to nurture it. You have to take care of it. You have to water it every day. It needs plant food and everything, so you have to feed it. Got to take care of it. Take your focus onto something else. Um, there, there's so many things. Succulents. You can order succulents, the little stones off eBay. I was just seeing that. I love succulents. I have a big bowl outside and it has succulents, and I always forget to take them in, and they freeze, but they come back. I mean, some of them do die off, but there's some that come back and come back, and it's really really fun to grow them. You could even put them in all different containers, and you can make some really beautiful containers out of succulents. And you can make a variety of them and give them as gifts. Get them all ready to line up for gifts. People love to get those for gifts, and they're expensive. If you want to go and buy a beautiful big bowl of succulents, it's expensive. What else? Just they're just telling me just be creative. Focus on creativity. Be creative. Something that requires you to expend a little bit of energy. Most things do that you're creative. If you're creating something, you're expending energy. Of course, if you're just working on the computer and doing it, it might not expend a lot of energy. So you want to do something that maybe takes you outside a little bit, something that can, people like to sew, all these face masks, be creative. And I'm seeing a car come home, pulling up in the driveway. A man is getting out of the car. He's opening up the trunk. He's bringing in the groceries. Tell your husband not to bring any junk food home from the grocery store. That will help you slim down. That's what Spirit is saying. That'll help you slim down. So don't bring the foods. Don't bring junk food in. Last night, me and my husband were sitting there, and he said, "Remember when you used to have junk food for me to eat? Remember when we used to have a little snack?" I'm like, "I have some sherbet ice cream. You want it? That's all I got." He shouldn't even be eating that. He's a diabetic. But if you don't have it on hand, you won't eat it. So, or if you have kids in the house and you have to have snacks or something, you could tell your husband to hide it. That's what my daughter does. She told me the other day, after my birthday, I had all these candies that we had bought for the kids because the kids all came over, my grandkids. We had toppings for the ice cream. And my daughter told me, she put it all in a bag and she said, "Please hide this bag, Mom," because she's on a diet. She said, "Hide this bag. I do not want to eat this candy. And if I know where it is, I'm going to eat it." So I hid it. So that you can do that too. Tell your spouse, "Hide this candy. I don't want it." If your husband has to have a, snacky, tell him, "I don't want to know where it is. Don't let me see your snack. I'm going to eat it all." So that's what Spirit is showing me and telling me. It's funny. I got a lot of people. I was reading all the questions and all the comments, and thank you so much for them. I really appreciate them. I love reading all of them and talking to you guys. I put a heart, or I might tell you, "Thank you, I love you," or something. I try to at least do that when I'm going through them. So a lot of people were talking about, being able to just give a man a look and put him in check. Basically, that's right. Isn't that what y'all were talking about? You can just give a look, and they're like, they know better than to cross that line, right? So there's nobody going to, put their hand up your dress, Tara Reid. And a lot of people were just saying, "I just give that look." And that reminded me of an incident with my friend when we were much, much younger. Our kids were young and they were really small. And she would need a babysitter from time to time, and she never, ever asked me to babysit. And one day I told her, "How come you never asked me to babysit?" And she said, "It's that look on your face." I'm like, "What?" She said, "It's just the look that you give. I was always afraid to ask you." I said, "That's my resting face." I don't want to cuss on, try not to cuss on YouTube. Uh, that's just my resting bee phase, you know? So I know what you guys are talking about. That's funny. I, I know what you're talking about. You just have this look on your face, and I think it was permanently etched on my face for a while. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, you can stop a man in his tracks just by the look on your face, for sure, for sure. That's definitely true. I mean, of course, there's some men that are really aggressive, but if you smile too much, it gives them a green light. Back in my day, anyway, that's how it was with me. The guys that I encountered back in my day, just a smile. My husband, I met him when I was really, really young, and he would tell me all the time, Trudy, you can't smile at men like that. You're just encouraging them. I'm like, what? It's always on the woman, the man always puts it on the woman. So then you have to get the face. You got to make the face, right? What? I don't think so. Okay, enough of that. I'm just playing, y'all. Um, the next question somebody had was about what changes are going to take place after this pandemic ends. What's the differences? What's going to go on? And Spirit Guide is funny. He's funny. He's just funny. I'm seeing this beautiful red hair. Not on me. I'm just seeing a woman from the back. Her hair is red, shiny, gorgeous color. So we're going to all have pretty colored hair. He said, we're all going to run to the salon and get our hair colored. That's what's going to happen after the pandemic ends. We are going to appreciate our stylists so much more, and make sure y'all tip your stylist. You would not believe how many people don't tip them, and they don't make that much money. They really don't. And if they color your hair, they can work on your hair for hours. So tip your stylist. People are going to be so much more empathetic and understanding and just more tolerant. That saying, walk a mile in my shoes. Well, we have, and we did. We all know how it feels, to be without, to be uncertain, to live in fear, to not know what the future is going to hold. We're all in that position now. We've all gone through it. I mean, so many of us. There's probably quite a few that are comfortable and they could go without paychecks or anything. They're, wealthy people. But for the majority of us, just middle class people, we are, really uncertain and in fear. So it's really going to change the way that we empathize with others. Okay, put it that way. So it's a good thing. It really is a good thing. Everything happens for a reason, and this earth is changing. Everything is changing. Our earth is healing. Our hearts are healing. The people are healing. There's so many good things that are going to come out of this. People don't, they didn't just die in vain. That's the truth. There's a reason for everything. I'm seeing a thick cable, and I know I know we have Wi-Fi now, but it's making me say cable. So but I think it's the internet cable. A lot more people will be working from home. They've been working from home, and now companies know that they're actually getting really good work from the people at home. They're finding out that it's a lot more efficient. People are a lot more efficient. I think at work, people get distracted, or they get bored, or they want to get up out of their seat for a minute, or they want to go outside, or they want to go get a cup of coffee from the coffee room, and then they encounter a coworker and start talking. You know what I mean? So they're going to find out that working from home is very efficient. It is, and people are getting more work done more quickly. So it's going to be a good thing. We're going to see that is going to have a big effect, and people are going to continue to work from home. But the side effect from that is more brick and mortar stores will close. We don't got to dress up if you're not going to go to work. So and they're going down anyway. Malls are going down. And it's gonna happen even more quickly after this pandemic. People aren't going to flock back to doing the things they used to do. They're not going to flock back to it quickly. It's going to be a slow, and it's going to be so slow that it really is going to take some places down. That's what I'm seeing. Some places are just going to go out of business. They are, and big names too. Big name companies are going to go out of business. Um, but the family bonds are going to be tighter. I'm seeing. It's hard for me to put into words what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing like a pureness of the family. Do you understand that? It's pure, my family. It has a pure meaning. People just say, "Oh, that's my family. I got to go make dinner," or, obligations. No, it's going to be a tighter meaning. It's different now. It's has a deeper meaning. And we're not all stuck together fighting. I've seen reports on TV and everything, and they're saying, oh, families, there's a lot of tension. They're not used to being, having to spend so much time together and everything. No, they're not stuck together fighting. They are learning to care for one another. We're all learning to love and show appreciation to each other. We're all learning, how to actually live together. And that's a good thing, because if you can learn how to live together with your family, then you can learn how to live together as a society. And that's what we were lacking, that empathetic understanding for our, friends outside and in the society, just for our neighbors, So there's good changes coming up, people. There really are. There's a lot of good things coming up because of it. Okay. Somebody else had wrote on there on the comment, why does energy healing stop working? Like you go get some Reiki, and then you start feeling a whole lot better, and the pain is gone, and then all of a sudden it rebounds and comes back, right? So one thing for sure is that healing something that is deeply affected may need more than one healing. It may be so far gone that it needs many, many courses of healing. You may have to go over time and time again. That's the one thing that myself I'm saying. I'm not getting that from spirit. That's just what I'm thinking, that I've read about many cases like that people didn't get permanent healing until they had their healing many times over. So sometimes things, if you have pain, if you have a sickness or something, the sooner that you can go into healing, the sooner it'll go away and be gone for good. If you let things go and go and go and go, and then you've been having this pain for a long time, then it may be harder to get rid of. But what I'm being shown is there's a barrier of protection. This is just what I'm being shown. It's like how people always say, "Love and light with you." We surround ourselves in light, and that is our protection, right? So there's a barrier of protection here, but it gets penetrated. And how do you prevent this from getting penetrated? And stay in healing. One of the ways to do that, there's so many ways, that you should do everything all at once. Stay in gratitude for your healing. People take everything for granted. You take your good health for granted. You take your healing for granted. If you have healing, you should be thankful for it every day. I'm so thankful. I'm feeling, comfortable. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm no longer ill. I'm so grateful that I had this chance to be healed. This will help you stay in the healing. Okay. Also, keep your energy levels up. They're showing me. And what else is it? Keep positive energy. Negative thoughts have a negative energy. Negative thoughts and negative energy have a terrible effect on the body. Okay, that's the truth. When you are, you know, unhappy and having negative thoughts and, going through a difficult time and you're just, woe is me, and that energy will come and get you and you'll start having pain in your body for sure, for sure. So it's really, really important to have, keep your mind very positive. When a lot of people are telling you when you meditate, you got to clear your mind and all that. Why? Because you've got to have your energy positive. You've got to get your energy up so you clear your mind. When you clear your mind, you don't have negative thoughts. You don't have negative energy. So it's really getting rid of that negative energy. And also another way you can do that is by grounding yourself, ground yourself. You can do that every day. That will help a whole lot. That disperses negative energy and negative thoughts. There's lots of grounding videos you can watch on YouTube. There's a lot of easy things that you do. I ground myself every day. Just put your feet on the floor and take all your energy and bring it all the way down through your feet, all the way down to Mother Earth. And you know all that energy is being cleansed and bring it back. I do it like 3 times in between all my readings and everything. I keep myself grounded. That's a good way to do it. What else? Just be focused on the outcome that you want and you expect. If you have an expectation, and that's what a lot of people do, they want to be healed and they wish to be healed and want to be healed, but they don't really expect it to last. If you don't expect your healing to last, it will not. It's all about, the power of your belief system. It really, really is. Just believe in it. Be thankful for your healing and focus your intention on being permanently healed. And, you can keep it from coming back. That's what I'm being shown. Okay. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps you guys. And like I said, sometimes when you're very, very ill or you've had a injury or a pain that's, been going on for a long, long time, it's harder to heal those things. One of the reasons is because, when you've had something like that, there's cell memory and there's kind of a blockage in your mind that you're always going to have that pain. You expect it to come. It's been with you for a long time and you expect it to be there. And it'll be there. With whatever you expect, you will get. So it's really, really hard to control your mind. Your mind controls your body, but that's how it works. So if you can control your mind, you can control your body. It's hard though. It is hard, I have to tell you. Okay, guys, so it's about 23 minutes. I have some other questions, and I think I'll save them for next time. I enjoy doing this and getting a little information. I hope this helps you guys. Oh my gosh, today my husband decided that he was going to go outside and trim our palm trees. We have big old palm trees, and they're that little bark stuff that comes off from them. You have to chop it all off and rip it all off, especially after the winter. In the spring, you have to clean it all up. It's a mess. And he has his wheelbarrow right next to him and he has this garbage can. He could have just thrown it all in the garbage can, but I went out there with him because he shouldn't be doing that. He's only 5 weeks out of his surgery. He has no business doing that. But he wants to move his body and he has nothing to do. He can't go to the gym or nothing. He walks and that's it. We walk every day. But so I went out there with him and he got feeling really bad. He got so dizzy after, I think about 45 minutes into it, he was super, super dizzy. He had to go sit down. He's like, he feels so betrayed by his body. Why can't I do this? I'm just, cutting this bark off the tree. He said, it's not that physical, but, it is repetitious movement and he's sweating and everything. But I kept my eye on him. I got him his sports drink and all, set him down, and he's doing okay. He's doing fine. But He makes a big mess. I'm glad I was out there so I can make sure it got cleaned up right. Yeah, have y'all ever seen that? Those palm trees, that bark stuff goes everywhere. We have bushes all around. We have boxwood and everything all around it. And he's just peeling it off and it's flying in the boxwood and everything. It makes such a mess. I'm like, you made such a mess. And he told me, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, Trudy. So anyway, he's doing all right. But he's trying to move his body and get healed. And he's progressing very nicely. Thank you guys so much for all your well wishes, all your thoughts, and everything. And thank you for all my happy birthdays. I did have a great birthday. Thank you so much. I may stop having them now because, the number is getting really high. I might not, celebrate my birthday anymore. But, I don't want to not celebrate it because that would mean I wouldn't be here. I want to be here. All right, guys, I'm just being silly. It is about 5:30 in the afternoon. I guess I go check on my husband and make sure, he's doing all right. All right, guys, I love you so much. Hey, if you'd like to get a reading with me, please contact me down below at my email address and we could set up a reading. And my readings are, they're YouTube videos. So you can send me your questions, your concerns, and then I'll send you a video, Right now my readings are $30 and they usually last between 20 minutes. It could last to 25 minutes, something like that. Okay, just to let you know. You can do 3 questions, you can do a Celtic cross, I can do a love reading, whatever you like, okay? All right, guys, I look forward to hearing from you. Y'all take care, do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.